Have you ever felt disrespected, used or taken advantage of by certain individuals? Have you found yourself repeatedly attracting negative energy and toxicity into your life? If so, you are not alone. The truth is, there are predators out there seeking to exploit the kindness and generosity of others for their own selfish gain. However, the path to regaining control lies in the ancient philosophy of Stoicism, the ability to remain unshaken by external influences and to master your responses. By the end of this video, you will learn to identify and decisively reject 9 types of emotional vampires that drain you of your precious life force. You will be armed with the Stoic mindset to establish firm boundaries and attract only high-value relationships and associations worthy of your time and energy. Embracing these teachings will revolutionize how you are perceived and will have people suddenly hanging off your every word. The 9 types to permanently remove from your life. 1. The victim. You know this person. Everything is always someone else's fault. They complain incessantly about their circumstances, but take zero accountability to change their situation. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus taught, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Listening to their never-ending hard luck stories will leave you feeling utterly drained and disempowered yourself. A true Stoic understands that life will constantly present obstacles and challenges. It is our reaction and mindset that determines our reality, not outside events themselves. While initial empathy is acceptable, do not allow chronically negative people to infect your headspace with their defeatist mentalities. Ruthlessly eliminate these energy leeches who rob you of your power to create the life you want. 2. The flakes and flaky. Flakes are the tornado of chaos, leaving a wake of disorganization, broken promises, and wasted time behind them. They are fundamentally unreliable human beings who have not mastered self-discipline or respect for others. The ancient Stoics were champions of integrity, with the famous philosopher Seneca proclaiming, "To really live is to be forever born, unceasingly renewing your commitment to life." Lending flakes your valuable focus will lead only to immense frustration. A Stoic values integrity above all else. If someone's words and actions mismatch, they have exposed their true nature. Have the unwavering strength to cut them off immediately, before they can negatively impact your own carefully cultivated reputation and inner philosophies. 3. The excessive demanders. There are some people who will never be satiated, no matter how much you provide for them. They are perpetually needy, making unreasonable and excessive requests of your finite time, energy, and resources. As the famous Stoic Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Draw a hard line by practicing the Stoic virtue of independence. You alone are responsible for your own priorities and well-being. Anyone who incessantly violates your established boundaries must be forcefully rejected from your sphere of importance. Do not permit these ravenous leeches to devour you whole. Protecting your sovereignty and avoiding this neediness is key to embodying the Stoic principles of self-discipline and self-actualization. 4. The virtue signalers. Beware of those who masquerade as morally superior, using grandiose statements and performative wokeness to boost their own ego and social standing. In reality, these bloated egos are devoid of true virtue or legitimate empathy for others. They are emotional chaos agents, consistently undermining social cohesion with their insatiable need to condescend and create ideological conflicts. As the Stoics knew, virtue is found through living a life of highest integrity, not mere empty words and posturing. The Stoic path pushes you to lead an upright life according to your own rational moral principles, while avoiding noisy dogmatists who corrupt ethical discussions with self-righteousness and preening. Virtue signalers must be ruthlessly starved of the attention they so desperately crave to avoid distracting you from your life's true purpose. 5. The gold diggers. Whether it's admiration, money, connections, or some other type of resource, gold diggers are takers who give precious little in return. They strategically attach themselves to facilitators and influencers, aiming to extract as much utility as possible without true investment. The ancient Stoic philosopher Zeno stated, "All the good things in life arise from within ourselves, while all the bad arises not from within, but from external sources." Stoicism demands an inner locus of self-worth and control over base indulgences and unnecessary desires. Gold diggers lack this vital self-sufficiency, seeking constant gratification from exterior sources. Eradicate these parasites immediately to avoid diluting your own power and having the fruits of your labor siphoned away. True wealth comes from wisdom and virtue, not material possessions. 6. The emotional saboteurs. Some disturbers seem to derive pleasure from creating negativity and psychological chaos wherever they roam. Perhaps they are projecting their own inner turmoil or subconsciously attempting to disempower those around them. Regardless of the reason, their presence emanates dark and toxic thought patterns. As Marcus Aurelius wisely stated, "The universe is change. Our life is what our thoughts make it." Exposure to these emotional saboteurs can gradually erode your sense of groundedness and poison your psyche. Stoics remain philosophers and students of life, committed to reason and truth over destructive impulses and perceptions. Ruthlessly cull these influence cancers immediately to preserve your vital sanity and mental fortitude on your journey of growth. 7. The unrepentant deceivers. At their core, these people are fundamentally inauthentic and untrustworthy. They lack the courage to walk their talk and routinely contradict their own stated virtues and values. The Stoic philosopher Seneca reminded that a person's worth is measured by the worth of what he values. You cannot base a foundation of personal growth and authentic relationships upon the wavering words and actions of those deceitful and duplicitous in nature. These snakes in the garden must be cast out from your sphere with extreme prejudice and zero hesitation. Surround yourself only with those whose integrity and character matches their rhetoric. 8. The idle distractors. While not overtly malicious, these individuals pose a unique danger by aggressively wasting your time and devouring your life force through unnecessary leisure activities and trivialities. The Stoics constantly reminded themselves of the limited nature of each person's existence. Once a moment is gone, it can never be recaptured. Seneca poignantly wrote, "Of all the metaphysical rivers of life, the muddiest is indecision." Do not bleed away your priceless present by coddling or entertaining those who prioritize hollow superficialities over compounding discipline and productive output. Starve these life distractors of your attention and reorient your associations around those striving for excellence and meaning through purposeful living. Time affluence is true wealth. 9. The aggressive egos. You will inevitably encounter domineering personalities who view all interactions and collaborations as pure power struggles to be won at all costs. These people are deeply insecure at their core and seek to mask their internal deficiencies by belittling others. As Epictetus taught, wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. The Stoics were students of merging rational thought with virtuous character. Unnecessary ego-driven conflicts are antithetical to this. Aggression ought to be met with an unshakable, centered calmness that cannot be penetrated. Those who double down on such posturing after being met with this grounded tranquility reveal their own weaknesses and lack of self-mastery. Starve these aggressors of drama, and they will soon find their blustering ineffective and isolating. By resolutely eliminating these 9 toxic character types from your life, you reclaim your inner fortitude and ensure that only the most constructive and virtuous people remain in your circle of influence and awareness. Applying the Stoic teachings will elevate your consciousness to a state of uncompromising self-assuredness while attracting the very best company and associations. You will emanate an aura of commanding respect on par with the great Stoic philosophers of ancient times. As Marcus Aurelius declared, the soul becomes brilliant through the energy of insult and the greatness of struggle. Never again tolerate those who would seek to undermine your growth and prosperity through manipulation, exploitation, or unethical conduct. Time is the most precious and limited resource you have. Invest it exclusively with those who match your integrity, mission, and highest values. To live any other way is to surrender your sovereignty over your one and only life journey. Make your choice and stand resolute. For as Epictetus profoundly stated, no great thing is created suddenly, any more than a bunch of grapes or a fig. If you tell me that you desire a fig, I answer you that there must be time. Let it first blossom, then bear fruit, then ripen. Removing these toxic dispositions from your sphere will not happen overnight. It requires steadfast commitment to the Stoic ideals. Start first by firmly internalizing the core principle that you alone are responsible for controlling your thoughts, perceptions, and reactions to external circumstance. The negativity of others holds no power over your unshakable inner citadel of peace and virtue. Next, conduct an unflinching self-inventory of who currently occupies space in your life. Dispassionately analyze whether each connection elevates or obstructs your highest rational interests and values. The true nobility is to sidestep the idle distractors and their siren song of cheap, fleeting amusements that yield no lasting fulfillment. Then you must resolutely turn your attention towards evicting the emotional saboteurs, virtue signalers, and aggressive egos. These cancers erode social fabric through needless controversy and conflict propagated by their own fragile senses of self-importance. A Stoic practitioner deftly avoids such petty tribalism. As Seneca instructed, "We are born alone, we live alone, we die alone. Only through our love and friendship can we create the illusion for the moment that we are not alone." The unrepentant deceivers must be swiftly jettisoned with zero tolerance for their bad faith machinations. Prioritize fortifying your cultivated restraint and gravitas. Do not permit their subtle undermining to distract your mind's tranquility. Seneca's wisdom reminds, hang on to this for dear life. Prejudice is opinion without judgment. As you shed these self-created stressors and realign with the Stoic path, you will be emboldened to wholly disavow the parasitic excessive demanders and gold diggers. Let them persist in their bottomless voids of lack and want. You owe them no remaining energies. Concentrate instead on the eternal Stoic maxim. The key is to keep company only with people who uplift you, whose very presence calls forth your best. With the unwanted detritus purged, you can finally address the victims and flaky time wasters clogging your peripheries. An earned self-compassion makes clear their draining dramas cannot be permitted entry into your carefully curated sphere of truth and reason. As Marcus Aurelius knew, if you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself but to your estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke at any moment. The underappreciated power of dismissal and detachment will prove instrumental in maintaining the integrity of your newfound Stoic-oriented associations and mindset. Disassociate fully from those who would disrespect your boundaries or distract from your cultivated virtues. Eradicate every tendency towards compromise. Your purpose and self-actualization must remain resolute and uncompromising. Become a living monument to the Stoic paragon of the self-contained. Rechannel your recaptured time and energies towards maximal creative output, wisdom accrual, or any endeavor invoking your highest rational interests. Let your words and conduct exemplify the Stoics' unwavering commitment to truth over falsehoods or manipulation. An impeccably curated environment of trustworthiness and authenticity will coalesce around this powerful, energetic vibration. If you have made it this far, comment down below with the word 100% to confirm that you have received the knowledge from this video. For more interesting topics, make sure you watch the recommended video that you see on the screen right now. Thanks for watching.